Mrs. Asha Sarab. Toastmaster Amrita, can you hear us? I don't think she's having some problem. Neelu, would you take over then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Connected. She's connected.
Let's just try. Toastmaster Amrita, can you hear us now?
She's doing.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
I'm
Please.
so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was facing major network issues. May we just begin? Welcome everyone to the WIN chapter meeting. th meeting of WIN. I welcome one and all present here. It's been a special and most awaited meeting for all of us. And to begin, I would just set down a few rules. Everyone is requested to stay on mute unless they are speaking. Just before you begin speaking, please ensure that you unmute yourself. Refrain from using I am audible, I am visible, because it's assumed that you are audible and visible. If not, you will be alarmed by the tech master. Refrain from using words which might hamper somebody's interest, words which are derogatory to people. Ensure that you Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Please continue. She's facing a technical problem. Toastmaster Neelu, would you take over as the SAC then?
Sure.
Thank you.
Welcome everyone. Yes, the only ladies club in Kolkata, WIN Toastmaster Club. Thank you so much for coming in 17th session of WIN Toastmasters Club. Please give huge round of applause for all of us. Before I proceed, I want to share one thought with all of you. Farming and Toastmastering. What is similarities between? Are you a hunter or a farmer? In my 10 years with Toastmaster, I have seen several guests entering the Toastmaster meeting wanting to improve their communication skill in just a few weeks. Some of them, out of excessive enthusiasm, end up enrolling in a costly training program that teaches communication skills for a couple of days. However, they don't realize that improving communication skills is equivalent to farming rather than hunting. A hunter wakes up one fine morning, takes his gun or a bow, arrows, whatever. He goes hunting. If he is lucky, he may shoot an animal and bring home some food. If he is unlucky, he may starve for weeks together. However, farming is different. Farming involves plowing the land, sowing seeds, watering the field, removing weeds, adding fertilizer, and finally harvesting. Farming produces more food when compared to hunting. There is more predictability of results in farming than hunting. Farming is more disciplined, organized way to generating food when compared to hunting. Similarly, Toastmaster provides us a structured program to improve communication skills. Toastmaster provides an opportunity to nourish and constantly reinforce your communication skill. One of my Toastmasters friends said, you cannot be a seasoned speaker by just being a seasonal speaker. You should be constantly practicing in front of people to deliver speeches. That is the only way by which you can be successful. public speaker. You cannot swallow a magic pill before going to bed and get up the next morning as a seasoned public speaker. The law of harvest applies even more, sharpening your communication skills. It takes time, but you are constantly working on it if you will be a professional soon. Start blowing the field today and reap the benefits tomorrow. My dear friends, before I proceed, I want to state 3 ground rules of Toastmaster, which we practice to conduct our meeting nicely or smoothly. We cannot talk about sex, politics, and religion in a derogatory manner. As it is online meeting, please focus more on your screen and try to on your video so that we can feel that we have a connections. Please keep yourself in mute, and whenever you get a chance to speak, you can unmute yourself. Please mute any of the device around you which can interrupt or which can disturb our meeting. I'm going to mute my mobile phone, and for that I'm giving you 3 seconds. Please mute your device around you. So this is the time for our president. As I was talking about farming and hunting, our president, she is so calm and composed. Whenever I hear her, it's really, I just feel I am hearing someone, like it's so soothing. I can't express myself nicely how much I admire to her. I wish one day I could speak like her. So please help me welcome the president of WIN Toastmaster Club, Toastmaster Ruchira.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Neelu, both for such a wonderful introduction, as well as thank you for taking up the role of Sergeant at Arms in an impromptu manner and stepping in to help us as always. With that, I'd like to welcome all the members and the guests to our 17th Toastmaster session today. And before we proceed, I'll take a little bit of introduction from the guests that I can see. I can see that we have with us guest. If you'd like to unmute yourself and just let us know what are your expectations from today evening.
Hello everyone, very good evening.
Hi.
Today is the first meeting which I am attending in Toastmasters, and I'm very excited to looking forward. Let's see what will happen next. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Guest Pooja. I'm sure that with that attitude, looking forward, you will have a wonderful evening today.
Thank you.
I can also see that we have with us guest Janasheen. If you'd like to unmute yourself and let us know about how you got to know of the meeting today, what are your expectations?
Good evening.
Hi,
I got to know about this through my dad's sister. She's in this meeting actually.
Okay, Toastmaster Shahida, I can see. All right. Thank you so much for bringing a guest and guest Janasheen. I really hope that you enjoy today's session as well. I can also see that we have with us our facilitator for the workshop, but I'll introduce him later, so I'll not take any intro for him. And as I can see, I'm admitting a couple of other guests to our meeting. Let them just connect to their audio. Hi, Toastmaster Bishuraj. I can see that you're a guest from another Toastmaster Club. You're no stranger to WIN Toastmasters Club, but if you'd like to share a little bit about your expectations for today evening.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Ruchira. I mean, I was just logging in and this is a surprise calling me on the podium right then. Anyways, WIN Toastmasters Club is just another Toastmasters Club for me. Not just it's a women's only Toastmasters Club or something, because here I get to see so many wonderful speakers, so many wonderful evaluations I get to hear. And today the icing on the cake is the workshop or the special section that we have from PTM Satyadip Basu, and any words from him is like listening to gold dust or collecting gold dust. So would not let go of this opportunity to learn and grow. And here I am to be sharing this time with all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bishuraj. And I can also see that we have a first-time guest, Toastmaster from TCS Maitri Kolkata Toastmasters Club, DTM Ornub. If you'd like to share a few words about your first time coming here.
I actually wanted to come before, so my apologies that I have not joined before. I too, let's just say I simply woke up and I saw the posters, and this was something which I could not resist attending, the workshop. So,
Thank
so
you.
here I am.
Yes, I think the name holds it all. With that, let's not waste any more time, and let me explain a little bit for the benefit of our guests what Toastmasters means about. So, Toastmasters is an international organization that is dedicated to building better communicators and leaders of tomorrow through a structured learning process of prepared speeches, prompt speaking sections, and most importantly, a continuous positive feedback. At the club level, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience where members are empowered to improve their communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. Now, before I proceed with the rest of the session, I'd like to share a small story from an article that I read recently. So, this article was about how nature had been conducting sort of research and development on its own for billions of years. And mimicking nature is one of the ways that we as humans create new things. After all, why attempt to create something from scratch when you can just raid nature's toolbox? And a surgeon in California, facing a seemingly unsolvable problem, did just that. You see, sealing internal wounds of the body is notoriously tricky. The conventional surgical glues have trouble staying in place due to the constant motion of the body. So this surgeon developed a product called Cetalum, a surgical adhesive inspired by the Californian sandcastle worm. Now, this marine worm is famous for its ability to secrete an adhesive that it uses to glue particles of sand together, allowing it to build these sandcastle-like structures, but in a wet and watery environment. Now, this adhesive secretion has been perfected through millions of years of evolution to set quickly and work well in a watery environment. Therefore, it was an ideal design to copy for a surgical glue. Now, after I read this article, I began to realize how we can also be inspired by everyday things, and I began to store these stories up for future reference. But I never knew when I'd need them. And then, when I joined Toastmasters, I finally found an application for these in the feared and revered table topic section. And today, we will be getting a masterclass in a table topic workshop by someone who is a maestro himself. But before we proceed to the table topic section, please join me in welcoming our general evaluator for the evening. So our general evaluator, Toastmaster Jyotsna, says that she is a loving wife and mother of two lovely daughters. She is an oral health expert at BP Koirala Institute of Health Sciences, and to her, life is challenging, and it is up to us to turn it into an opportunity. Hence, she often chose to challenge the norm to explore multiple ways to tackle the situation. With that, please join me in welcoming our general evaluator for the evening, Toastmaster Jyotsna. Over to you, Madam General Evaluator.
I forgot my phone. Thank you so much, Presiding Officer. I'm so glad to be a part of this meeting after quite some time. And today, what a way to begin a meeting. I'm very glad that our meeting is taking care of the most feared aspect of public speaking, the impromptu workshop. Now, in today's meeting, it is unlike any conventional meeting. We have different protocol or the agenda. And today, I'm going to call the timer to address her introduction and her role during the meeting.
Thank you, Madam.
May I call the timer?
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Good evening, everyone again. Today I'm playing the role of timer. And today is not the normal section, so we have only two sections. One table topic section, and before that, we have a special workshop by Satyadip Basu. So for workshop, the time limit is 60 minutes. I will show green card at 30 minutes. and yellow card at 45 minutes and red card at 60 minutes. For table topic section, time limit is 1 to 2 minutes. I will show green card at the end of 1 minute. I will show yellow card at the end of 1 minute 30 seconds, and I will show red card at the end of 2 minutes. I will keep flashing the card until the speaker speaks. In table topic section, that only 30-second grace period in upper limit. And for evaluation of timing, today we don't have as such any role for that. I will give my report when I will call to do so. Over to you, Madam General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, timer Toastmaster Nilu. Now, let us begin our meeting, which is so important for all the people aspiring to become public speaker. Now, I hand over the platform to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Ruchira.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. So as I mentioned that in today's session, we'll be having a 1-hour workshop followed by a table topic section. So I encourage each and every one of you to take inspiration from things around you, participate in the table topics and in the interactive workshop, and see a new you emerge at the end of today. And to conduct this table topic workshop, we have with us one of the stalwarts of the Toastmaster community. He obtained and was the first distinguished Toastmaster from TCS, is the charter member of the oldest club in Eastern India. He's a past division director, division mentor, is a champion in table topics, and is a go-to person for everyone in the Toastmasters fraternity. It is both my privilege and my pleasure to call him as one of my mentors. Please join me in welcoming our table topic workshop facilitator for the evening, distinguished Toastmaster Satyadip Basu. Over to you, DTM Satyadip.
Thank you. Thank you. Ruchira, am I audible?
Yes.
Audible. Okay, great. I'm just trying out the headphone for the first time. Thank you, Ruchira, for the introduction, which I richly deserve, but I rarely get. And I'm sure my wife would have been extremely proud of this had she heard this. Unfortunately, that is not going to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, I think, yes, we have got two gentlemen out here. So this being a predominantly ladies club, but still, that's the way we address. Good evening, everyone. It is said that since light travels faster than sound, some people appear bright before you hear them speak. So that sometimes happens, isn't it? So I hope that's not going to be the case for me today, but still, table topics or the impromptu speech is something which is very scary. When a Toastmaster session goes on, till the prepared speech, there is no problem. After the prepared speech section is over, when the Toastmaster introduces the table topic master, things are calm even then. The trouble arises when the table topic master says this word, I have got the liberty to pick up anyone, and he or she is going to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. That is when the eye contact starts wavering. In a physical meeting, you don't want to look at the table topic master then, because you think that, okay, eyes are the ones, as soon as there's eye contact, you might be picked. And in virtual, immediately the videos are switched off, because you never know if I'm the one. Do you remember that Rahul Dravid ad, why me yaar? Do you remember? So that exactly happens during table topics. But trust me, this is one of the most interesting sections. And there's this person who's present in this room, whose name is Ornob Nag. He has a DTM, of course, along with him, a DTM in the beginning and a DTM in the end. But he's the one who always jumps into table topics because he finds the most fun in it. And I cannot disagree more with him. This is the funniest section. Something which is suspense. Now, I am not building a suspense out here. Ruchira, I hope I have the sharing access. I'll share the presentation. I have a sharing access. So I'm just going to share a presentation very quickly. Let me know once you can see my screen. I'm just sharing the presentation. And okay, let me know once you can see my screen properly. Then we'll start. Okay,
We can see it.
Yeah, you can see it, right. Now let me tell you, as soon as a PPT starts, this has got 9 slides. You know why I'm telling you 9 slides? Because as soon as the PPT starts, people start looking how many slides are there. Oh, 16, my goodness. So around 14 slides, we know, और 2 slide है, किसी तरह से ये निकल जाएगा boss. ठीक है, I am saved. So people starts looking at the slides. How many slides are there? And most of the time it is full screen, so you do not get to know the slides. But I'm telling you, there are only 9 slides. One of this is start, and we have a thank you slide. That makes 7. That makes your life more easier, isn't it? So the count has now already gone down from 9 to 7. Now you might be wondering why I'm saying all these things. Is it a build-up? No, this is a real fact because I've taken so many presentations. This is what happens. Now let me tell you, today I'll just make a combination of what exactly is a table topic, how you tackle a table topic during a session, also how you tackle a table topic during the contest as well. So it will be a mixture of the two. So let me begin. What is there in the agenda for today? We'll figure out what exactly is a table topic. This is very known to you, but still I'll harp on that same string. How can we go in for an ideal table topic? This is why you are here today. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a big problem. We will discuss about this apprehension and inhibition. Remember, I was talking about switching off the video. Oh no, I don't want to pick up the table topic. My goodness, the table topic master should not pick me. These are the apprehensions and inhibitions that we have in our mind, which we would try and address. We will first see what they are. We will try and identify with them, and we'll try also figure out the ways to mitigate. And obviously, what I said, we'll overcome the barriers. So these are the only 4 things that we are going to talk about. Short, cryptic presentation. Okay. I just digress for a moment and tell you that one of my greatest desires is to go and have a big argument with the Airtel and the Vodafone CEO because of the kind of network that they provide. So in case you face any sort of a network issue, you are not able to hear, please immediately shout out in your loudest voice that I am not able to hear because your network has got a problem, which might happen. Okay. Let's begin. What is a table topic? If every Toastmaster session we come and the Toastmaster of the day talks about it, the table topic master explains the rule. It is a 1 to 2 minute speech, impromptu, given on any topic, anything under the sun, you can be asked to speak. Here, the problem is there is 30 seconds grace on the higher side. There's no grace on the lower side. And that is what creates the table topic even more difficult. Because until and unless the green card is shown at the 1 minute interval or the 1 stroke of 1 minute, you will have to speak. So the problem arises if you are asked to speak on table topic, you know, phas gaye, aaj phas gaye. I have fallen into the trap today. I will have to speak for a minimum 1 minute. It is not that if you speak for 30 seconds, you are qualified and you still have a chance. So you have to speak for minimum 1 minute. As I said, I will just club it with a contest so that you also know how it happens. In a table topic contest, however, the same topic is given to the contestants. In a club level, when we have a normal session, there are different topics given to different people. But in a table topic contest, the same topic is given and the contestant lots are decided by a lottery. In a table topic contest, remember, the other contestants will not be able to hear what you are going to say because the same topic is given to everyone, right? And obviously the timing rules remain the same. Remember, whether it is a contest or it is a normal session where the general evaluator is evaluating, people generally evaluate you in 1 minute. So even if you speak for 2.5 minutes, you are evaluated in 1 minute. So the point is you have to create such an impact with your table topic that whosoever is evaluating you or judging you, evaluating in a session, judging in a contest, is able to do so and you get the best of it. What I mean by this is you should be creating such an impactful speech in 2.5 minutes that would force that particular person to think, my God, this speaker is good. And that reaction to the brain, generally we get only 3 seconds for a reaction to the brain. Whatever you're seeing, the brain takes 3 seconds to react. That's the thumb rule. So in 3 seconds, you get to know what exactly the speaker is saying and how well the speaker has spoken. Now, the crux of this workshop, which is how we can have an ideal table topic. Remember, the first thing that you have to do or you should not do while you are speaking on a topic is please treat this as a golden rule. If you practice this at the club level, you will never ever do this in the contest level. Do not repeat the topic. Remember, table topic is also a speech. So it will have an opening, it will have a body, it will have a conclusion, for sure. But say your topic that is being given to you is a very simple topic might be given to you. The grass is greener on the other side. If such kind of a topic is given, don't say, thank you, table topic master, for giving me such an enlightening topic. The grass is greener on the other side, and I could not have agreed more with you. Today I've got a chance to speak on the topic, the grass is greener on the other side. You have already eaten up 7 seconds. Do not repeat the topic. And I'll tell you how you cannot repeat the topic and yet start. That is why I'm here for. Set the tone of the topic at the onset. What do I mean by that? See, table topic is something which is completely unknown to you, right? You have got no idea as to what is going to come in your way, right? So since you have got no idea as to what is coming in your way, you will be surprised initially with the topic. You might get surprised initially with the topic, but don't worry. The more you practice, the more you'll be able to set the tone of the topic at the onset. Let me give you an example. Let's say the topic that is given is a rolling stone gathers no moss. You have all heard about this proverb. Most of you have heard about this proverb. So if I may ask anyone, let me ask Toastmaster Kalpita. Kalpita, you can unmute and just reply. A rolling stone gathers no moss. What is the first thought that comes to your mind? A rolling stone gathers no moss. If you are given this topic, the first thought that is coming to your mind.
Somebody who is ongoing, is not, doesn't get an ongoing thing or something which is ongoing. An iron doesn't get rust if it is used regularly.
Correct.
An ongoing thing doesn't.
Precisely. And what did you say? An iron doesn't get rust if it is being used regularly. So instead of, you have already hit the nail on the head. So instead of just saying, oh, what a wonderful topic given to me, a rolling stone gathers no moss, you can just twist it and say, just like an iron doesn't get rusted if it is being used regularly. I completely agree with the topic when I say a rolling stone gathers no moss, right? So this, you have to set the tone of the topic at the onset. You have to get the topic hit right at the onset. Whether you start with an example or you start building on the topic with a verbiage, it does not matter, but you have to set the topic at the onset. Is there any problem or question in this regard, you can unmute and ask. So we'll make this an interactive session, right? Is there any apart from Orno, Panna, Vishwaraj, and Ruchira, maybe, is there any
I
question
can
that
see
you
a
have?
question from Toastmaster Shahida.
Yeah, please. What is the question?
Yeah. What I understood is we do not repeat it in a blatant manner. So thank you so much or whatever. But we can draw an analogy with another idiom or something.
Absolutely.
At the same time, we spell out the topic, but not in a plain vanilla manner. But we say just as this.
You might spell out the topic, you might not. Even what Kalpita said, an iron doesn't get rusted if it is used regularly. So ladies and gentlemen, if you practice something regularly, you will never ever face the challenge while doing it. Sometimes we face a bigger challenge of putting something into practice or doing something into practice which we have not done for a long time. For example, and you start. I'll come to it. So, Shahida, you do not have to even bring that topic at all if you have drawn an analogy.
Yes.
Somewhere, yes.
I'm thinking, yes, I waste a lot of time in repeating. It's already known.
It's already known.
Knows.
It's already known. So if and let me tell you, in the contest, or the general evaluator would also think, or a table topic, sometimes the clubs have a separate table topic evaluator. These days they have this new thing coming up where the table topic evaluators are also assigned for table topics. Some clubs do have it. They will also think, oh, this Shahida, this Toastmaster is trying to buy time. Why do you have to give somebody an impression that you are trying to buy time? You might be doing so, yes, but hide it, camouflage it. Even if you're trying to buy time, you have to camouflage it in such a way that nobody else understands that you're trying to buy time, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. Ruchira, you did well. So whenever you get a question, please let me know, because I'm sharing the screen, so I will not be able to figure it out. Okay. Next, build up the topic gradually. You have to build up the topic, because when you hear the topic at any point, is it? Am I audible, Ruchira? Hello.
Yes, Satyadip, you're audible.
Yeah, audible. Okay, fine. Yeah, so because the video has frozen, so I think so. Okay. So whenever you get this topic, a rolling stone gathers no moss. So you have understood the topic, and you start setting the tone, and then step by step, you build on that topic. You start building a topic. Your brain is extremely active. By the time you reach the third sentence of the topic, your brain will cool down, and you will be able to, in a position to talk, make sense, able to bring out more thoughts in shaping and in construing this topic. I'll tell you, and that is where the body comes into the picture, the body of the speech. In the body of the speech, you need to talk about the crux of the topic. How? Let me tell you. A rolling stone gathers no moss. Ladies and gentlemen, in our life, if we are asked to do something suddenly, we would all face difficulty. As for me, I had been a fitness freak in my childhood, but over the last decade, I never ever bothered for doing an exercise, regular exercise. And so when in our corporate life from the company, we were asked for a 5-kilometer run, I wondered, would I be able to do so? But I took that plunge, and I realized that day I could not run more than 3 kilometers. Ladies and gentlemen, had I practiced regularly, had I been in my fitness regime, this 5-kilometer run would not have been a problem. It is only sheer practice which can make a person perfect. I'm not talking about perfection, but definitely something, if you do it regularly, you'll be able to get, you'll be able to apply it much better. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are gradually coming into the topic, building the topic, and say, give personal examples. Give examples. Examples might not be personal. It may be personal, may not be personal, but you know the advantage of giving personal examples? You don't have to fake it. In other cases, you might have to build examples, create examples, which might be fake. But when you give a personal example, you don't have to fake it at all. So give examples which are personal. And remember, when you are given a topic, in this body, you are actually illustrating the stand that you have taken. In most cases, my dear friends, when a topic is given, you will either kind of agree or disagree to the topic. So you take a stand. When you are building the topic, you take a stand, and once you have taken a stand, remember, once you have taken a stand, you give examples which are relatable to that stand that you have taken. That, in that way, you will be able to build the topic and create more impact. And once you start giving personal examples, if you give personal examples, my dear friends, it would definitely create much more impact. How you will be able to give personal examples? I have a trick for it, and I'll tell you how you can give personal examples. For that, you need to do a little bit of a homework, and I'll tell you how, without even putting a minimum effort, you can do that homework. Even that trick is also available. A minimum of the effort you need. You don't even need a laptop or a pen or a piece of paper or nothing you need in order to do this homework. Correct? Let's move on. Do I need to explain this? Let me ask you, and can I ask Josna, what do I mean by mean when I say you can share anecdotes and quotes?
Yeah, you may, if you have a relatable quotes in mind, you can share that in order to increase the impact of what you're saying.
Absolutely, absolutely. And your examples, which are personal examples, those can also come in the form of anecdotes, right? A small anecdote that can be a personal anecdote as well. There's no problem. Or you can even talk about, but my goodness, my colleague, she finished that 5-kilometer run without a trouble. When I asked her, she said that Josna, I exercise every morning. I do a free hand, and generally I walk 2 kilometers every day, 2 or 3 kilometers every day. So I did not find it that difficult to run. I understood that day how important regularity is. I understood the importance of practice, of being regular, of being disciplined. Just like a rolling stone does not gather any moss because it rolls and rolls and rolls. I realized that if I would have practiced, I could have easily done that 5-kilometer run. I'm just giving you a very crude, a very lucid example. The topics will not be that similar. Let me tell you. But topics will not be that simple. I'm so sorry. Will not be that simple. But it can be that simple as well. In club level, the topics are generally very simple. I'll talk about a little bit of contest level topics so that you understand how difficult the topics are. And of course, I'm not scaring you, but topics will be slightly twisted. So you'll get to know all of them. Now is the important part. If you have spoken on the topic, you have to conclude. Now, if you do not conclude well, Remember your history exams? Do you all remember your history exams? It is important to write a very strong introduction and give a very reinforceable conclusion, or a conclusion which is correct, because you write pages and after pages after pages. Your conclusion actually determines how well you have understood. Similarly, sometimes in a history exam we used to joke that, okay, in the middle we can write anything. The opening should be, if you're writing about Akbar, the opening should be correct and the conclusion should be good, so that the teacher understands in a long answer that, okay, this person has read. No, no, no. That is true. I'm just drawing a similar humorous analogy. But your conclusion in a speech should be logical, very logical. So when you are reinforcing the conclusion, you have already taken a stand, you have already illustrated it with an example, and now it is your time to give a logical conclusion with a sense of conviction where you are driving a point home. So ladies and gentlemen, in whichever profession you are, even if you are following any passion of yours, remember, professionally or doing something passionately, regularity and is very important. Please make this a habit and do not make any ad hoc or one-time affair, because motivation can get you started, but habit is what keeps you going. Just like a rolling stone gathers no moss. So you drive a point home. You drive a point home that if you're giving a message, you learned that lesson hard, you learned it from your experience, because experience is a hard teacher. She gives the test first and the lesson afterwards, right? So you have learned that lesson hard, and now you're driving a point home through your own personal example and anecdote. That yes, I was the one who suffered, but you, ladies and gentlemen, should not be in such a position. You can easily draw up a parallel analogy with Toastmasters. You can say that when I tried the other day, when Ruchira asked me to deliver a speech, I stood there, delivered, but I was not myself happy. I forgot an entire paragraph of that particular speech, and I knew the speech was not well delivered because I was not well prepared. Not only was my speech up to the mark because of my preparation, it was because of the long hiatus that I had between the two speeches. I had delivered the last speech 3 months back, and I was not into practice. So if I had delivered speeches at regular intervals, I would have surely done better. This brings me to the thought that a rolling stone does not gather any moss. Remember one thing: somewhere in your table topics speech, you touch base, not the exact topic, but at least some parts of the topic. And that is why it is very important. It is very important for you to listen to the topic very carefully. So you listen to the topic extremely carefully, understand the words in that topic, and then embark speaking on it. Now, before we go into this next section, let me quickly tell you some of the common apprehension and inhibitions, and I want you, either with a raise of hand or unmuting yourself, whether you can identify these things while speaking on table topics. I do not have an entire gallery view right now, so you might raise your hand or you might say, yes, I can identify myself with this. The first, apprehension and inhibition. Okay, before I go into this, any questions here till what I have talked here in this entire stuff? Any questions you have?
Satyadip, Toastmaster Satyadip, Shahida
Yeah.
here.
Yes, Shahida. Yes.
One basic thing.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about topic. You just gave an example of a rolling stone.
Correct.
And you gave a very different twist to it, talking about marathon, talking about practice. It was by intention, or it is what you understand, or we have that liberty, the creative liberty to talk it the way we want. Because for me, I don't know whether my understanding is correct. Since my school, I thought that rolling stone had a negative connotation. Means a person who is here and there will not have a good responsibility, will not have a good job. He's always, on the roll kind of a thing. But today you have given me a very different twist and very positive, and the examples are like so apt. Do we have that freedom to do that?
Yes, of course. But it depends on how you construe that topic. It depends on your perception, because it's completely personal perception. You might not agree. So, for example, honesty is the best policy. You might not agree that honesty is. You might say that honesty is not the best policy, and you can go on and on and on. If you can substantiate yourself with with proven facts that honesty is not the best policy, you will definitely be acknowledged that your table topic you spoke on the topic. In the sense that speaking on the topic means not exactly agreeing to the topic. Remember, my friends, speaking on the topic means you have spoken what the topic was given to you. Agree or disagree is a different thing. If honesty is the best policy and you start speaking on saying something that in today's world, corruption is the most important thing. We in India, politicians are all corrupted, and that is why honesty is not the best policy. I know a politician who has done this thing. His importance was only to give engaging to fraudulent matters, give fraudulent vaccine and all. You are digressing. So don't digress from the topic. You speak on the topic. Your take on the topic might be different. As I said, you can take a stand for or against. Of course, it will not always be binary. There might be topics which are open, but generally you will take a stand. Generally, Shahida, you will take a stand.
Okay. Correct. One is taking a stand. One is the interpretation.
Correct.
Taking a stand is completely okay, and your creative interpretation or
absolutely, your interpretation is your interpretation. Your interpretation might be honesty is not the best policy. How does that matter? You might think so. You substantiate it with that honesty is not the best policy. Nobody's stopping you. But when you are saying honesty is not the best policy because you are going against the tide, Shahida, remember, you really have to be strong enough.
Okay. If it's a topic I don't understand, but once President Ruchira and Arya got a topic, we did not understand it much. So
right.
What do we do then? Can we just creative and go on?
Correct. Yeah, you go on, but that you will gradually develop by practice. If you are not able to interpret a topic, you might speak garbage. Right? Let me tell you. That's all right. That's all right. We all have done so. We all have done. There is the topic, some weird topic. Today, I was given a topic. Join the Connect. The topic's name was Connect. Connect what? CJTM, which is a Toastmasters Club. That they had their 11th chartering ceremony. City of Joy Toastmasters Club. This was the one word. CJTM was one word. The other word was Oscar, and the third word was Johnny Liver. So I had to connect these three and deliver a topic. Believe me, I got the best table topic speaker by speaking one of the most atrocious topic in my life.
I got it.
And I got the best table topic speaker. Can you beat it? The topic, there were three words. Arnav was present in that, meeting today. And there are three words: Johnny Liver, Oscar, and CJTM. Nothing related. And I spoke for 2 minutes, 17 seconds. Can you beat it? I don't know what I spoke. And I wrote to the president, it's all garbage. And the president wrote back that, okay, since you have entertained, it is good. And believe it or not, I got the best table topic speaker. And it was absolutely atrocious. But that's how it is. I do not understand the topic. I never understood it. Right? Okay. So moving on. I would like all of you to identify whether this happens with you or not. The first one. How many of you have this apprehension when a table topic starts?
Yeah, me.
Right. Okay, fine. Just identify, and then we'll see how we can. Next. If you're asked to speak suddenly, I cannot think on my feet. Oh my goodness, mujhse nahi hoga. I cannot do it. Right?
DTM Satyadip, you may not be seeing the gallery view, but it's all hands raised right
All
now.
hands, yeah. Next, again a topic is given, which Shahida right now said, I cannot interpret this topic and start speaking. Very, very common, right? These are the common apprehensions and interpretations, inhibitions that we have. The fourth one, I think this is where each one of us has a problem. 7 except one person maybe, that is Arnab, because he will bring in some cricketing anecdote. Somewhere something has happened, whether it has happened, either happened or not, nobody remembers. So he will give some example of 2007 or 2006 when he was also a child, but doesn't matter. He will give some example and he says in such a convincing manner that people will think, oh yeah, that must have happened. That's also a trick. Mind you, that's also an art. If you can do that, your job is done. But even if I start, I get lost in there. So you have started, Rolling Stone gathers the more, or maybe honesty is the best policy, or maybe a grass is green on the other side. Sometimes the grass is green on the other side. Ladies and gentlemen, the other day I was having a chat with my friend and he said, or she said, remember Shahida, I am literally frustrated with my work. What kind of work I'm doing? Every day I go to office, open up Microsoft Excel, have to prepare 3 reports, submit to the boss doesn't like it. I come back home, I'm frustrated. I'm not in the best of the moods to talk to my children. I do not know what I am doing. I think Shahida, you are much better placed. See, in your job, you do not have that much of tension. You have a good boss. I kept on wondering, how wrong was my friend? She is not aware of the tensions that I go through day in, day out in my office or in my job. In my family, I have to take care of so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so, which probably she does not have. And for her, I think the grass is always greener on the other side. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how we think. We always think that we are in the worst position in our life. But we do not know what others are facing. Nobody can step into the shoes of another person to understand what he or she is going through. And that's where the most difficult part or the crossroads of life stands. You have established a point. You have established it with a short anecdote. Now you are in the table topics. The other person on the other side also knows that you have interpreted the topic the right way. The grass is greener on the other side. And you know that you are going to now build on the topic one after the other. And you can give multiple examples. Not only one, give multiple examples. Correct. So you can give an example from the outside, the silver screen looks so good, and we think that, my goodness, Salman Khan is probably having the best life that a person can imagine. But we also do not know what exactly he is going through. Right? So you can go on. All that, you can just draw an analogy with all that glitters is not gold. Correct? And twist it to prove that the grass is not always greener on the other side. Now let me tell you something which can happen. If the topic is given, the grass is greener wherever you water it. Just think, I just switched the topic. The grass is greener wherever you water it. Can anyone tell me? Maybe I can ask an experienced person, Panna. The grass is greener wherever you water it. How would you construe this meaning of this topic?
You are going against the not exactly against the topic, but interpreting it in another way, saying that that where you stand is the best possibilities are there where you are, instead of instead of being envious of what is happening on the other side.
Correct. partially correct. You're almost 90% there. The grass is greener wherever you water it. Water it means, so if you give the right fruits or the right food to a particular person, give the right skills, implant the right skills to a particular person, he or she would be proficient there. So Ramakant Archrekar had put in everything of his coaching into that one single man, Sachin Tendulkar, to make him what he is today. Sachin Tendulkar had that potential of playing cricket, but it was Ramakant Archrekar who saw the potential in Sachin Tendulkar and told his parents that let him concentrate on cricket rather than on studies, because he had that vision that he would be someday playing for India. So the grass is greener wherever you water it. Do you understand, Panna?
Yes, thank you. Understood. Clear enough.
Clear enough? So that is exactly, so the tabletop master is saying the grass is greener. So you're expecting the grass is greener on the other side would come. And suddenly the twist came as the grass is greener wherever you water it. Right? So you get a twist. So these are things which do happen. Okay, I think I was digressing. So you in this like coming back to this common apprehensions and inhibitions. So you might get lost in the midway, right? So this is the beauty of table topic. You might get lost in the midway. Don't worry. The more you practice, the more you will get confident about it. Next inhibition. One example is generated. Oh my God, multiple times. I've already spoken. 1 minute, 30 seconds is over. I do not know what else to speak. You are not lost. You have got the topic. You have already, you hooked the audience with your deliberation, but then you're not able to generate further. You're not lost, mind you. Mind you, you're not lost. Remember, there's a difference. But you're not able to build on further examples. Does this happen? It happens, right? It happens. Yes, of course it happens. So I'm just raising those points which generally happen while you speak in a table topic. This is a negative problem. What do you mean by a negative problem? This is a problem, all right. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is a positive problem. I'm so sorry. This is a positive. You have a problem, but there's a positive side of it. You have too many thoughts to speak, and you do not know which one you should say. Has this ever happened? I think this happens. For example, yes. If you are given a topic, say for example, excuses do not give results. Let's see. Excuses do not give results. Maheshata, can we have 4 or 5 lines from you? Maheshata, excuses do not give results.
In my
Maheshata,
life,
yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
So I would start like real work gives results. Real hard work gives results. Apart from hard work, if we do anything, it won't give results. So, and to do that hard work, we really need to be focused. If we have too much of work and we cannot do our hard work in that particular thing, we will miss out. So no matter which problem you have, what problem you have, and how you deal it, you have to find your way to do your work, which will give you results. So excuses really don't give any results.
Wonderful, wonderful. So Maheshwata,
yeah,
your next would have been an example, correct? An example from your side is which was warranted, right? So remember, when you are already speaking on this, you have to build examples parallelly in your mind, so that you can give an example right after this. So you have got the crux of the topic. You have taken a stand. You have started, and now it is a time for you to illustrate it, exemplify it, correct? So that is how you should begin. Now, my dear friends, never ever fall in this trap. At least I've got I told this to Ruchira when she was preparing for her international speech contest. Ruchira is a very, very seasoned speaker. But I think in this house, three of us believe in this completely. Vishwaraj, Arnab, and I. We never think that our speech will not make any sense to the audience. Remember, the greatest prison that people live in is what others are going to think about you. Forget it. Forget it. Never ever think that I will not take a plunge in table topics because whatever I'm going to say will not make any sense to the audience. No. And here is where you have to be a little bit of a, you have to show a little bit of an audacity. If somebody says so, you ask him, okay, man, please come and speak. I have failed. You come and give a try now. And you will figure out. So never ever think that. Shahida asked a very pertinent question. What if I do not understand the topic? It's okay. You might misinterpret the topic. That's okay. Toastmasters is the best platform to fail. Toastmasters is the best platform to fail. People call Toastmasters the best platform for you to succeed, to build yourself as a leader, to be a great speaker. I say Toastmaster is the best platform to fail because this is the only platform which will give you an instantaneous evaluation and will give you another chance to come back with a new version of yourself, which no other platform in this world gives you. Right? So now, coming to the last section of my workshop, how do we overcome barriers? The first thing that you need to do, you cannot learn swimming sitting at home, right? You cannot learn swimming. You have to go into the water. You have to take a plunge in the pool if you want to learn swimming. So come what may, just come up and speak. In table topics section, always raise your hand. There is one person in this group, I keep on naming him, that's Arno. You know why he's such a good speaker? Not because of his talent only. He's a tremendously talented guy. But each and every session that he attends, he will raise his hand and speak in table topics. Arno, you want to say something here? If you have not fallen asleep, because it's morning for me, he's in US.
No, I'm awake, and this is something I advise everybody myself. That's the first point. You have to raise your hand and volunteer.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I cannot agree more with Arno. You just come up and speak. Every time you get a chance, come up and speak. That will give you that confidence. That will give you the confidence to speak in table topics. Second, understand each and every word. Each and every word and figure out the keywords. For example, let me give you a topic. Maybe, okay, Mahashwata again. If I just may ask Mahashwata, this topic, slightly twisted topic, I'm telling you right at the beginning. An empty sack, S-A-C-K, sack. An empty sack cannot stand upright. I know it's difficult, but Mahashwata, your thoughts. An empty sack cannot stand upright.
Yes. In anyone's personality, we have certain features. Certain features mean some kind of honesty, some kind of truthfulness, and these are the things which make a person stand in his personality. So he has to have something which will make him different from the others. But if he doesn't have anything, he will tremble, he will shiver, not in the fear, but not in the fear to say something or to do something, but the fear what the others will think about him. So that's what makes him stand erect, his good personality, the personality which will feature his insight. If you don't have insight, you cannot stand erect, just like an empty sack. It does not have anything, not even the rubbish.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Round of applause for Mahashwata. Wonderful. So what are the key words here? Empty sack, stand upright. Empty sack and stand. Even not upright. Upright also, even if you forget, it's okay. So empty, sack, and stand. These are the key words. So listen to the topic very carefully, understand the keywords and try and remember the keywords. Sometimes the topics are so long, you will not be able to remember the entire topic. So remember, try and figure out the keywords and understand it and interpret it on the basis of the keywords so that you can construe the topic, your speech well. Is it clear? Any confusion in this till now? Any confusion, please raise your hand, or any questions you have. What I'm trying to say. If you are not able to interpret what I'm trying to say, please feel free to ask me questions. This is very important, this part. For example, I was given a topic way back in 2013, and this is a very famous topic. A line is a dot that has gone for a walk. I repeat, a line is a dot that has gone for a walk. Can you imagine? And that too in a contest. In a contest, I was given this topic.
And I was the contest chair.
And the culprit is already here. The culprit, Vishwas, is already here. I came first in that contest. That's a separate thing, but it was so difficult. Can you imagine if you are given such a topic? What to speak? You get flabbergasted, right? You get dumbstruck. And that's when you will remember line, dot, walk. That's it. You don't have to remember any other things. It means that if you are stagnant, if you do not do your work, you will remain stagnant at one particular place and will never be able to proceed further. Right? So ladies and gentlemen, if you think that you're going to build your future, or if you think that, okay, someday I'll become an entrepreneur, it will be only in your thoughts until and unless you work towards it. You will just remain as a dot and will never be able to build that line because you have not walked that way. A line is a dot that has gone for a walk. Correct? So next, which I already talked about, start the topic with a central theme in your mind. Mahashweta did, right? An empty sack cannot stand upright. She started very well with the fact that she said that if you are hollow, you will never be able to make something out of your life. So you need to have that knowledge, that wisdom, that courage, that confidence, some virtues within you, some attributes within you, so that you can stand and deliver. So build up a central theme in your mind and then start working. I told you, remember? I told you that you have to get some preparation done. This is where the preparation comes into place. So go through the quotes, go through the proverbs, go through those one-liners that sometimes you come across, and this will help you in table topics. Keep something handy, maybe from an advertisement you just see, maybe an advertisement that you have seen. Today, I was given another topic on an advertisement which says on Nike, just do it. This was the topic that was given. So even, or say, I'm a person who is very interested in networking with people, just like the Nokia ad, which says connecting people. Just 2 words. And those two words will describe what you are trying to say. Okay, so keep some quotes, some proverbs, some one-liners with you on these are the common things: happiness, hard work, success, motivation. These are the very common things. If you keep these things in hand, remember, my dear friends, if you keep these things in hand, some quotes, some proverbs, you will be able to apply them in table topics. Very easily you'll be able to apply. Okay. As I said, this is a golden rule. I'm not explaining this once again. I've already explained this. Right. Now we are coming towards the conclusion. You keep on speaking on that central theme. Mind you, please, please, please do not digress. Because if you digress, your topic will be diluted. As I said, if you're talking on honesty is the best policy, please do not move on to corruption and talk about corruption. Because that is not which is being asked for. Your topic was honesty is the best policy. Right? The topic was honesty is the best policy. So do not talk on corruption. Am I able to make sense what I'm saying? So do not digress. It will dilute your statements completely. When you are coming towards the end, you should reinforce your point, drive a message home with conviction. And I think this is self-explanatory, isn't it? What I have said till now. So your opening is to get the hang of the topic, listen to the topic very carefully, note the keywords in the body of the topic, build up the topic with some personal examples, anecdotes, proverbs, one-liners, quotes, and keep on speaking. Gradually you come towards the end of the topic where you are into the conclusion, drive a message home with conviction so that it creates an impact. Let me tell you what is so important, why it is so important. It is a three-step process. Mind, it's a three-step. It is your intent, it is your content, and it is your impact. What you intend to speak comes from here, your brain. The content comes out of your mouth, and the impact goes and hits the audience in their heart. So it's your intent, your content, and your impact. In 2.5 minutes, you need to create all these things. In table topics, it is a test of how fast you can conjure your thoughts, take them out of your mouth so that it can create an impact. Right? This I'll come later maybe. So not much of a judge's ballot right now. My 2 cents, there are 2 cents. Remember, these are the 2 cents that you need to remember. These are absolutely must for you. The first cent, one of the greatest coaches in the world, I don't know whether any of you have heard about this, except some of the boys out here, the men out here who are interested in football. His name is Alex Ferguson. He was a coach of Manchester United. Alex Ferguson, a very, very famous, world famous coach. He was asked once that what it takes to be a great footballer. He said that there are 5 things which makes a great footballer. The first one is practice. The second one is practice. The third is practice. The fourth is practice. And the fifth is practice. These are the 5 things that makes a great footballer. And also remember, within this word practice, there's this word called act. So practice, do not put that practice in your mind. Put that practice in your act. So act, which means you actually practice. Even act, the word actually begins with ACT, act, isn't it? That's why it is highlighted in red. And the last, and the second cent, without which you will never be successful, whether it is at a club level or at any contest level, is this. You do not have we are not Mamata Banerjee or Narendra Modi, right? We have got an eternal time to speak. No, we are not addressing a nation. We will have to speak on a table topic, right? Which is this. So please be on time. You have got 2 minutes, 30 seconds to do so. I would conclude by saying this. Thank you. Any questions? will be more than happy to answer.
Thank you, DTM Satyadip. Ruchira has stepped out for a few minutes, so I am taking over on her behalf. Thank you very much for such an insightful session with so much of positivity. And yeah, I think many of new people like us, we could at least get rid of a part of our fears from table topic session. Thank you so much. So we will move on to the table topic section for today. So today we have Toastmaster Charulata as our table topic master. Charulata wants to call herself a house manager. She is the mother of two smart and beautiful daughters, and she loves to conduct events. She loves to sing and to learn new things, and hence in Toastmaster, she has come to enhance her skills in public speaking and to perform on stage. So let us all welcome Toastmaster Charulata to conduct our table topic session today.
Good evening, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and our dear guest. I hope you all enjoyed our table topic session, the class session. And I think DTM explained very well. And as a table topic master, I could get so many points from that, useful tips from that. So I'm so happy that I attended. And I think I don't have to actually explain the purpose of taking part in tabletop topics today. So I think you all must be aware of all the points by now. So, and the time for the guest, let me explain. The timing for table topic speech is 1 to 2 minutes, and 1 minute is the minimum time, and 1 minute 30 seconds is the target time, and 2 minutes is the maximum time. And speakers are allowed to speak for a maximum of 2.5 minutes, after which you will be disqualified. So are you all ready? Excited? And I think of any Toastmaster session, table topic session is an exciting and entertaining session. Do you all agree to it? And I also want a participant. And today, for a change, I'm conducting the table topic session in a different manner. Like I have got some chits, which is numbered. So I would ask the participant to say a number, and I would ask a question from that numbered chit. All are ready? So please, participants, can you all raise your hand? Okay, I can see Toastmaster Kalpita. Toastmaster Kalpita, can you unmute yourself?
Yes.
Tell me, choose one number from 1 to 10.
Number 7.
Your table topic is beyond the titles that others have given you, who are you? Toastmaster Kalpita, beyond the titles that others have given you, who are you?
Well, thanks to Table Topic Master, and hello all the fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. It's a wonderful topic to speak on. See, basically, I have been given a title of a mother by my son, a wife by my husband, and so forth, whether you be in the in-laws place. But apart from that, I would love to tell you that I have my own individuality. I, being an independent woman by thought, though I have to perform several responsibilities at home or at workplace, at being an independent woman, I always feel that I have a lot of qualities which I would love to develop myself. Apart from, since my childhood, I have been brought up in different atmosphere by my parents, and they have given always what they wanted. And I also had to compromise after marriage with my in-laws. But yes, I do have my own identity. And friends, I would like to tell you that, yes, I have my own name, which I call myself. Yes, I'm an independent woman and a free thinker, and looking forward to build a more strong identity, which people can remember me even if I am not there. Thank you so much. And back to Table Topic Master.
Nicely said, Toastmaster Kalpita. Can I cannot see.
There is Toastmaster Nasima who has raised the hand.
Okay.
And there is guest Pooja.
Toastmaster Srishti, she's our guest, I think.
Yeah, guest Srishti and Pooja, and Toastmasters Nasima and Shahida who have raised their hands.
Okay, Toastmaster Srishti, can you tell any number from 1 to 10 other than 7?
3.
3. Do you ask enough questions or do you settle for what you know, Toastmaster Srishti? Do you ask enough questions or do you settle for what you know?
Thank you, Table Topic Master. That's a very thoughtful question. I'll say that over the time, there have been changes in me. Earlier, I used to ask way less questions. I used to settle for less. But over the time, as I've gone ahead in my life, I realized that not asking questions was something it was not helping me at all. I was not learning. I was not getting new experiences. It was not, nothing was, I could not add in anything in my knowledge pool. So I felt as I started growing up that curiosity is one very important thing that leads you to know and explore so many things. With curiosity, questions come. So with questions, more questions and interesting facts come. So yes, now I feel that yes, I like to ask questions, explore, and that in return gives me a lot of fruitful learnings. So that's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. Very nicely said. Toastmaster Nasima. I cannot see her. Is she online?
Yes, Toastmaster. Table Topic Master. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
choose a number?
Number 4.
Number 4. If we learn from our mistakes, why are we always so afraid to make a mistake? Toastmaster Nasima, if we learn from our mistakes, why are we always so afraid to make a mistake?
Thank you, Table Topic Master. Actually, when we do a mistake, we learn from the mistake. But at the same time, when the mistake is so bad and it creates a very bad impact, then again, if you are trying to do that again, we will have a very we will be in a fearful fact to try that again and again. For example, if we are going to try something like a business, or if you are going to do something and the first step itself is a failure, then again going back to do the same thing, we have to be so cautious. And the first when we try first time, it will be like we can do it freely. But when we understand that we enter into failure, then the second step should be very cautious. So each and every steps we take will be more cautious, that we tend to hesitate to learn from the mistakes. We feel like being in the comfort zone and not to go beyond that, the first mistakes which we make will be a nightmare for us. It comes to our mind and remind us, don't go beyond this. Last time you did this and you burnt your fingers. So this time you have to be very cautious. That comes to our mind. That's it. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
well
you.
tried. Well tried. Now our guest, Toastmaster Priyanka. Can you choose a number?
Yes, please.
Other
Number
than
2.
3, 4, and 7.
What about number 2?
Okay. It's going to be a fun question. Spend one night at Toastmasters or one night at home watching Netflix. Toastmaster Priyanka. Spend one night at Toastmasters or one night at home watching Netflix.
Good evening, Table Topic Master, and all the present eminent guests and the other Toastmasters here, and all the other guests as well. I love fun, and when Table Topic Master mentioned that it is going to be a fun question, my heart started throbbing. And coming from a person like that, you must have guessed the answer already. One night at something that fill in the blanks was not at all done, but my heart started racing to all different kinds of adventure that I could do. Maybe one night at a haunted house, maybe one night spending entire night at disco, or maybe one night going for a long drive. And all of that, those adventures can actually be done when you are spending the entire night doing a binge watching on Netflix. Because even though physically we cannot do those things, even though during lockdown we cannot actually go to the discs are closed, we cannot go for a long drive, but still the protagonists of the Netflix OTTs are going to do the same for us. In Breaking Bad, you can travel to US, you can visit the gang stars over there. In Game of Thrones, you can travel to fantasy world and travel the people, meet the people who perhaps didn't even exist. Through Handmaid's Tale, you can travel to the future, a future that you perhaps would always love to avoid. So whenever I think of facing certain things which will not be possible in my real life, I think I will go and choose Netflix entire night, because in Netflix, I will also learn to speak, which I can always bring back in my Toastmasters session. Thank you so much.
Very good. Toastmaster Shahida, please can you choose a number other than 4, 2, 7, and 3?
1.
When was the last time you tried something new? Toastmaster Shahida, when was the last time you tried something new?
It's just been a week ago that my husband has gifted a skateboard to my son. And you got it right. With this wobbly body and aching joints, I tried the skateboard at this ripe age of 40 plus. And as you have expected, I had a great fall like Humpty Dumpty had. But my dear friends, it was a wonderful experience to try something new in my life, because life is all about new beginnings. And that was exactly a week ago where I tried not my hands, my feet on the skateboard. And yes, I'm very proud to tell you, I am still shaky, I'm still reiki, but yes, I'm able to kind of touch the wall and do my skating. And let me tell you, it feels like a bird. When you learn skateboard, it feels like a bird. When you learn something new in life, it feels like a bird, because it's learning that gives us not just a earning, but a freedom, our empowerment, and a new meaning to life. So ladies and gentlemen, my dear Toastmasters and guests, let's all get into the habit of learning new things. It's not our age, it's not our status, it's not our gender, it's not our status. It should be our mindset to have learning in our life. And I learned karate again at my late 30s, and it was amazing to learn karate. And I felt not just like a bird, I felt like an eagle because I'm not scared of going on the road. So that are the things I'll always say. Keep learning new things. That's how you reinvent yourself. And we don't want to be called old ladies. We are always young at heart. Thank you.
Age is just a number, right, Toastmaster Shahida? Now, I think guest Toastmaster Deba Priya, can you choose a number? Except 4, 7, 3, 1, and 2.
4, 7, 3, 1, and 2. 9.
How much money per month is enough for you to live comfortably? Toastmaster Deba Priya, how much money per month is enough for you to live comfortably?
Comfort is a term that measures something which is just enough for us to survive without having to strain ourselves too much. Now, when we think of comfort, we just don't know where to set the limit. Another term, luxury, comes into play, and we often intertwine both of them to replace their positions, maybe. For example, for me, I am pretty comfortable to sleep on my bed. For someone else, they might want a better cushioning and a better sofa for their comfort. So, how much money is enough for comfort is a very tricky question, because you will always want more and more. And when you're wanting that more, that falls in the arena of luxury rather than being just mere comfort. So if we are chasing money, we will never find the comfort we want in our life. Comfort can be of our mind as well. If we are not having our peace of mind or satisfaction in doing what we love, just chasing beyond money will not provide us the things we want. We might be able to buy them, but in the long run, we end up investing in things and paying more and more and thinking that we want to earn even more. So, my dear guests and fellow Toastmasters, money is just a mere number. Comfort lies in the mind. Over to you, Madam Table Topics Master.
So I think there is no time. So I have to end here. But,
I have actually ended the speech.
There is no time, right? Toastmaster Nilo?
Yeah, there's no more time to take a new speaker. That's what our timer said.
Sorry, sir.
Oh.
Yes.
So, but I would like to ask a very funny table topic to Toastmaster Satyadip, if he is online.
Yes, you can.
Yes, DTM Satyadip, we request you to please join us in our table topic session.
I would like to know, it's a funny question, so I would like to know how he would answer this. Is he available?
Yeah, he's online.
Yeah,
but,
hi. Yeah, hi. Tell me.
Hi. Okay, sir, I would like to ask you one funny question, and I would like to know how you will answer this.
Yeah.
Okay. Should you eat pizza with your hands or with a fork and knife? Toastmaster Satyadip, Should you eat pizza with your hands or with a fork and knife?
Good evening, everyone. It was the month of November when my aunt told me one day that we're going to have guests in our house. My aunt, by the way, is a professor in Jadavpur University, and she had two foreigners who were a visiting faculty coming over to our house. We all started to have dinner, and the two gentlemen who had come were completely flabbergasted to see us eating with our hands while they were having dinner with a fork and a spoon as well as a knife. One of them asked me, "You eat with your hands?" I said, "Yes." And then he asked, "What do you do with your fingers then?" I said, "I go and wash them." Their eyebrows were raised. They were never ever heard such a thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, whether I am having a dinner with a complete meal or snacks such as pizza at any day in an hour, I would always be using my hands and not with a spoon or a fork. The spoon or a fork would be necessary when I'm having a little bit of a continental food, that too, where it is absolutely necessary. Other than that, whether it's an Italian pizza or a pasta or an Indian dish or maybe anything of my choice, hands would come as the first preference and not spoon and fork. Thank you. And over to the table topic master.
Very nicely said. I think all the speakers were fantabulous. And back to our general evaluator.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Charu, for that wonderful table topic session. And BT and Satyadip speaking in the session was an icing on the cake. Thank you so much. So I now give the virtual podium to our general evaluator. Ma'am, please continue with the evaluation.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arya. What a wonderful meeting it has been. The table topic workshop and the hands-on experience which we had with the table topic session, I must say it was a fantabulous way of conducting the meeting. Though it did not see the conventional agenda, but the amount of learning which happened in today's meeting, especially on table topic session, is something we all have to be proud of. So let me begin with the evaluation of the table topic speakers. Then I would go to the overall evaluation of the meeting. They say feedback is the breakfast of champions. So we are all here to exercise that evaluation and see how we can improve ourselves in whatever speaking roles we are on. The first table topic speaker was Toastmaster Kalpita. I really loved your confidence. You were calm, composed, and you gave examples, your personal examples to connect with the topic. I really loved that. Table topic speaker two, Toastmaster Srishti. You were so prompt with the table topic, and you had a very strong take-home message. And one suggestion for you is it looked like you were waiting for that green signal to come. So as soon as the green signal came, you stopped your thought process. Probably you should stop doing that and challenging yourself on speaking further. Table topic speaker 3, Nasima. You were very confident. You had a very good content, but then we missed seeing you because the body gestures, your smile, or even your eye contact matters a lot in any of these speeches. So we missed that because we could not see you on the video. So probably you can give it a thought when you have to speak in the future. Table topic speaker 4, guest Priyanka. You had such nice analogies to the topic which was given. And I was waiting how you would connect to the Toastmaster aspect with the Netflix and other analogies which were used. And you did it on the last sentence. And it was a very apt way of doing it. Kudos to you on that. Being a non-Toastmaster, speaking on the topic and bringing the core content of the topic that way. Kudos to you on that. Table topic speaker 5, Toastmaster Shahida. How do I applaud you? I don't have words. You were spot on. You were so composed, and you could easily relate to the recent experience which was there, and we all could connect. And we could also experience your vocal variety as well as the body gestures, your hand movements. That really helped us connect with the topic which you were talking. And even your eye contact was very apt. And I loved your conclusion. So it's very important as the table topic workshop went on, you have to have a very impactful conclusion. So you were able to do that. Kudos to you on that, Toastmaster Shahida. Now, the table topic speaker 6, Toastmaster Devapriya. Though you did not quantify the amount of money which you would spend in a month, but you conveyed the message so well. In table topic sessions, it is your own take. As a distinguished Toastmaster Satyadip mentioned, it is your own take, how you want to take the topic forward. And you did it so wonderfully. Thank you so much. And what do I say about distinguished Toastmaster Satyadip? We have heard you give a workshop to us and you give hands-on experience of what it takes to give a table topic session. Now, let me move on to the overall evaluation of the meeting. The meeting started quite on time. We were 3 minutes late, which is okay. And Toastmaster Amrita, she opened with great enthusiasm. She explained about the ground rules. Then she got a technical hitch. And I have to applaud Master Ruchira for stepping in and giving the role to Toastmaster Nilu, who was assigned some other role, and see the beauty of promptness. And Toastmaster Nilu, though it was an impromptu SAA role for her, how beautifully she conducted. Kudos to you on that, Toastmaster Nilu. Toastmaster Ruchira as the presiding officer of the meeting. She spent time on introducing the guests. She mentioned about the Toastmasters mission. She shared an inspiring story, and she was, to me, a spotless speaker. Kudos to you on that. And the way the meeting has been conducted, though it's not a conventional meeting according to the agenda, but how the flow has gone is something we really have to keep in mind for our future meetings. Regarding the workshop, what do I say? I also belong to another Toastmasters in Nepal. So I have to request distinguished Toastmaster Satyadip to consent to give a table topic workshop in our club and probably in our area. How you opened up and how you interacted with each and every participant is something we really have to salute. Many a times workshops like this will have a lot of content without much of the hands-on experience. But the program today, the meeting today was designed in such a way that the theoretical aspect of table topic conducted by distinguished Toastmaster Satyadip was backed up with 7 table topics for all the speakers or all the participants to exercise what was just learned. Kudos to you on that. There are many take-home messages from the workshop. If I list them now, it is going to take a long time, but let me tell you, I have table topic, the titles for another 3 to 4 table topic sessions. So many table topics were mentioned there. I'm sure we are going to give it a lot of thought in order to even go for a table topic session. You talked about the common apprehensions and inhibitions, and I am sure all of us can relate to all the apprehensions which you have put in. So it has come from the heart, and it has come from the challenges which all of us are facing. So thank you for bringing that to us so that we feel encouraged to speak in table topic sessions in the future, because now we already know our challenges which are documented, and we are able to take care of those challenges in the future. And you also gave beautiful overcoming these barrier tips. I'm sure all of us have noted it down, and then we will use these tips in order to overcome all our barriers. I also liked the way you talked about the intent, content, and the impact. So if we remember these 3 things, I think any of our table topic sessions will become very impactful, and we will be able to connect with our audience who are going to vote for us. And I also loved your 2 cents. Practice, 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 and be on time. Now, coming to thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Satyadip, for bringing these small issues and small tips in us so that we feel empowered. Now, let me move on to the table topic master, Toastmaster Charumata. You beautifully explained your roles well, and what an innovative way of giving a topic. Every time in Toastmasters, we try to bring new ways of giving the topics, and you did it so well. My one suggestion would be, because some of the topics were quite long, so my suggestion would be, after you put a table topic, it would also be a good idea to put it on the chat box, so that if at all any of the speakers are not able to comprehend, they have that option of redoing it through reading the chat box. All in all, this was a great learning experience for me, and I'm sure all the participants here would agree to me that with the table topic, knowledge and the skill which we have gained today, we are going to rock our table topic sessions. One suggestion for the presiding officer or the club would be to increase the number of participants. It was such a wonderful session. It was amazing session, but the number of participants were only 16. So if we were able to bring in more people, participants, Toastmasters, or even guests would have really benefited from it. So my suggestion for you is to advertise or to advocate these kind of workshops well ahead in the different Toastmasters platforms, so that people know about these programs and they come for these workshops, which are so important. With this, I end my general evaluation session. I'd like to thank the club and the officers for providing this opportunity for me to do the general evaluation. Thank you very much. Over to you, Toastmaster Ruchira Singh.
Toastmaster Ruchira is not here, so she messaged me to conclude. And one thing I want to share, that Madam General Evaluator forgot to ask me timer report. So here I'm giving my timer report. So in today's workshop section, the time limit was 1 hour and it ended in 58 minutes 25 seconds. And all the table topic speakers are qualified. So this was my report. So thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator, for coming our club. And it's great to see you. You are all the way from Nepal. Thank you so much. So please give huge round of applause for General Evaluator of the Day, Jyotsna ma'am. So I would like to request everyone, please on your camera so that we can have a group pic. And one more thing I want to ask Toastmaster Arya, do we have a voting for a table topic?
Yes, Toastmaster Neelu, we have a poll. So after we take the picture, I'll run the poll.
Sure. So Toastmaster Devapriya, Toastmaster Nasima, Satyadip Da, if possible, please on your video. So here we go. Yes. Toastmaster Arya, please.
Sorry.
Toastmaster Neelu, you are saying something?
Yeah, we are going to place a poll.
Oh,
and please on your video so that we can take a group pic.
Oh, okay.
Thank you so much, Satyadip Da. I was the witness of today's morning 3 dots table topic. It was really awesome. I too got 3 dots. Salman Khan ice cream and one more
yes, I heard.
And Toastmaster.
Yeah,
I spoke total rubbish.
Absolutely, we all did. I don't know. I don't even remember what I spoke. It's all complete garbage.
But you were awesome. So thank you so much, Satyadip Da, for coming to our club. Please try to visit whenever you get chance.
Yeah, I think this is my 3rd visit.
Yeah, this is your 3rd visit. Thank you so much.
Yes, sure.
So Toastmaster Arya, please launch a poll.
Yeah, please check your screens. I've launched it.
So hope everyone voted. So before we close, I would like to request Jyotsna ma'am, please give feedback how you like today's session, though you have said a lot.
Amazing, flabbergasted. I have been quite regular with the WIN Toastmasters Club, but in the recent past, probably 2 months, I have not been quite regular. But then henceforth, I will try to be as regular as possible. It has been quite an experience because I see Toastmasters Sahida initially as a guest, and now it feels so great to see her speak so well. So it is, Toastmasters is nothing but a mental lab where we exercise how we speak. So it feels quite amazing to be a part of this women-only club, because many a times we have topics which we cannot openly discuss. And there are times, I remember some of the meetings of WIN Toastmasters where we have poured our heart out with Toastmaster Panna conducting the session. And it feels we feel so connected in the Women Toastmasters Club. And no offense to the men out here, but there are topics, there are issues which we completely connect to, and we feel free to talk about it. So I see it as a platform where we are not inhibited to speak out our concerns, our issues. So amazing platform. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Please give big round of applause for Toastmaster Jyotsna. I would like to request, share a few words from Toastmaster Biswaraj. I can see you feel so bored in front of among all ladies.
Well, if you're at a Toastmaster session, there's not a second that you get bored, because at every moment, if you are bored, you are depriving yourself of the opportunity to learn. And today, when I came to the session, I came mainly for Satyadip's workshop. But apart from that, I felt the topics that were given at the TTM section were fantabulous. And the takes on the topic were even more fantabulous than what the topics actually were. I think that is a big learning for me. For example, I heard a speaker speaking on the topic that it's not the amount of money that is important, but the comfort that you can define for yourself is what defines how much money you will need. Takes like this are my take away from the session, so that next time I am bombarded with a topic like this, I'll use the knowledge I've gained here to deliver there. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster Neelu.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Biswaraj. Whenever I invite some of my male Toastmaster friends, they said, today only I got the response, oh, lady dabbe mein man, no way. But I love the way you come and you enjoy, really, it's commendable. Please give big round of applause for Toastmaster Biswaraj. And now guest Priyanka, who will say you are a guest. Amazing. You were amazing at table topic section when you got the Netflix or Toastmaster. I thought Toastmaster we have to say, because we are in Toastmaster meeting. But the way you describe your heart open and yes, Netflix, but the true answer was Netflix. Nobody will like Toastmaster in front of Netflix. So thank you so much for sharing your feeling. Please share your feedback for the meeting.
Yes, Toastmaster Nilu and everybody present here. I'm so blessed to be here, and I'm also sad at the same time because I dropped out because of my network connection, and I came almost 1 hour back. So I missed most of what DTM Mr. Basu shared with us. But whatever little I could catch, I started from that grass is greener where, you know, you water it. So it was an amazing fresh take, and I am wishing to learn more from him. And thank you so much, WIN Club, Toastmaster Club, that you are bringing such beautiful resources to us. And I am hopeful to join you guys from next week. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster guest Priya. But here I want to share one thing. This is the 5th meeting of today's of mine. I started since 10 and now this is the 5th and I'm totally tired. But this is the passion of Toastmaster. Sometimes you like more than Netflix. When you step into Toastmaster, many of person at my home, what you need, what you get in Toastmaster, no money. Why you are wasting your time? But it's a passion. We can't, if we have to say, ask what is Netflix, you will prefer or Toastmaster. In that time, we will go for Toastmaster because it's a passion. Nobody can understand the passion. I'm in Toastmaster since 11 years. Today's was the 11 years. I was the chartered member of CJTM, City of Joy Toastmaster Club. So amazing. So thank you so much. I don't think we have any guests. And our president, Ruchira, is back. So I would like to hand over the podium to her so that she can announce the result with all of us. Thank you so much. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Neelu. And I'd just like to take a moment to apologize that I had to leave for a moment and thank Toastmaster Neelu and Toastmaster Arya for stepping in multiple times today to keep the session going the way that it was. Thank you so much. I am not able to see the results of the polls. Toastmaster Arya, if you could please read out the results quickly.
Yes, sure. So the best role player in category 1, which had the roles of General Evaluator and Table Topics Master, and the winner is Madam General Evaluator, Toastmaster Jyotsna. For the best role player in category 2, there was the options of Timer, SA, and President, and the winner is Toastmaster Nilu as the Sergeant at Arms. For the best table topic speaker, the winner is Toastmaster Shahida as a Toastmaster. And as the best table topic speaker as a guest, the winner is guest Priyanka. And as the most improved speaker, we have a tie between Toastmaster Nasima and Toastmaster Shahida.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arya, for conducting the poll so effortlessly and for trying out a new platform like Zoom. With that, since we're at the end of the session, I'd like to just formally thank our role players for today evening and our table topics workshop facilitator, DTM Satyadip Basu, for such an insightful session. And with that, we come to a formal end of the session. Please feel free to stay back if you'd like. Otherwise, the ladies of WIN will be having their skit practice going on. And just to let you know that we have a team of about 10 ladies from our club who are taking part in the skit competition next Sunday at 7 p.m. Please join in to cheer them on. And for the ladies who are double members of multiple groups, please still do cheer on WIN, even if you're members of another club as well. And regarding next week's session, since the time is the same as WIN, I think we will be changing the time just for next week to probably Saturday evening, same time. We'll discuss that on the members group in a little while. But till then, see you and thank you for attending today's session.
Satyadip, are you there? Satyadip, I had a doubt. If I could
Yes,
ask.
yes, will be.
Talking about Priyanka's could, you know, a night with Toastmasters, night with Netflix. Could we have before that I would like to sleep and talk about sleep? I don't like to have late nights, or it's mandatory to take one of the options. She had a choice, a night with Toastmasters, you have Toastmaster meetings one after another, or a night you do night with Netflix, and she chose the latter. But personally, I would not like to sleep. I don't like to do night.
So see, in this case, it is a good example. So I can very quickly cite a remedy for this. If I was given this particular topic, I